Syngo MBF provides visualization and quantification of either ammonia or rubidium PET dynamic myocardial datasets. To process the dataset, first place the apical and basal plane. To begin, center the chamber of the myocardium by holding the left mouse button on the short axis image and panning the image until the chamber is centered on the crosshair. To set the apical plane, hold the left mouse button and drag the line to the appropriate location. To set the basal plane, hold the left mouse button and drag the line to the appropriate location. If the image needs to be rotated on its axis, move the cursor toward the edge of the segment until two arrows forming a circle are visualized on the cursor. Hold the left mouse button and move the mouse to the left or right to rotate the image. Either repeat the above steps for the resting examination, or the parameters from stress can be copied to the rest. To copy the parameters, right-click on the bracket and select Copy Long Axis to Rest. Advanced options are also available in syngo MBF, such as Eye Motion Correction and Residual Activity Correct for both stress and rest. To determine if residual activity correction is needed, the beginning frames of both the stress and rest datasets will need to be visualized. To scroll the images, move the cursor over the frame text. The text will change to green, indicating it is selected. Hold the left mouse button and pull the mouse toward you to scroll to the first frame. If residual activity is visualized in the myocardium, residual activity correction for stress could be turned on. To check the rest dataset, click and hold on the frame text and move the mouse toward you to scroll to the first frame to visualize any residual activity. To process the data for assessment, left-click on Process. Upon processing the data, a summary page is displayed showing the short axis, horizontal long axis, and vertical long axis stress and rest images. Perfusion polar plots, as well as flow and reserve polar plots, are also displayed. The lower left portion of the screen provides a table with flow and reserve quantification results for the left anterior descending, the left circumflex, and right coronary arteries. A global result is also provided. The graph provides intensity in Becquerel per ml over time for the stress and rest blood input. The green region of interest, located on the horizontal and vertical long axis images, is the region utilized to quantify the input into the ventricle. This region of interest is statistically placed. To scroll through the slices, move the cursor into the desired frame of reference and move the center scroll wheel forward or backward to scroll through the slices. To visualize the flow results of a particular region of the ventricle, simply left-click on the area of interest. Notice that on the polar plots, a segment is highlighted. In the lower left corner of the polar plot segment, the segment flow values for stress, rest, and the reserve are provided. The graph will also update, providing a visualization of the uptake into the particular segment. Also, by holding the left mouse button and moving the cursor around the ventricle, a specific region can be found and visualized. If the dataset needs to be reprocessed, left-click on the Reprocess icon. To place an overlay on the polar plots, left-click on the overlay icon to select a 20-segment or 3-segment model. If the patient information needs to be removed for privacy reasons, for example, an external presentation, simply left-click on the Hide Patient Information to remove the patient name and medical record number. To remove the series information, left-click on the Series Information icon. The contours can also be turned off by left-clicking on the Hide Contour icon. To create a new database, left-click on the Create New Database icon. The dialog box will ask for a database name, description, and patient study criteria. As mentioned earlier, syngo MBF will work with both ammonia and rubidium data. Also select the gender and the type. Once all data has been input, left-click on OK to create the database. For more information on syngo MBF and its functionality, visit the Help file. To access the Help file, left-click on the Help menu and select Online Help. To create a screen capture of the image, left-click on the screen capture icon. A dialog box populates, indicating the screen capture has been created. Click OK to accept. To visualize the screen capture, enter the Case Navigator by moving the cursor over the icon to expand the Case Navigator. Double-click on the snapshot icon in the Findings Navigator to view the screen capture. To complete out of the examination and save and archive the results, left-click on the checkmark icon.